Hello everyone and welcome to another Everton Show. There's no Premier League action to reflect on this week, of course, but there is a big game to look forward to on Sunday when the Toffees go to Old Trafford. And during this week's show, we'll be featuring the first piece of silverware of the season. The Academy lads brought the Dallas Cup back from Texas. Joining me this week on the Everton Show is Ian Snowden. Good evening to you, Snods.
Good evening, Dad.
We don't like these international breaks, do we?
No, not really. I know the players that are playing in internationals, it's a proud moment for them when they do represent the countries, but as an Everton fan and as a fan of football, I wish there weren't international breaks, to be honest.
Just want the lads to come back fit and well, don't we?
That's all you do. When you watch the England games or any of the games or any of the countries that the lads are involved in, you just hope they get through the 90 minutes unscathed.
A few of the boys done well, didn't they? Seamus Coleman wore the armband for Ireland, which was terrific.
Brilliant. It must be such a proud moment for his parents as well and for himself. So delighted for Seamus, but first and foremost, all the boys have come back injury-free, it seems.
That's the main thing, isn't it? Well, this week we are really going to get under the skin of the football club, and along the way we'll be hearing from this lot.
They put on a few big players, played a lot longer, a lot direct, and you know sometimes you get breaks and they get...
Yeah, I'm really happy with my career till now because I played in the World Cup, played some big games, and now I'm at one of the biggest clubs in England with a traditional club, and I'm really happy here.
The ball was down the left-hand side and I was screaming for it, and I didn't think it was coming, so I turned my back and then it come across and no one was closing me down, so I just thought, may as well have a go, and luckily it went in.
All good memories for me when playing in Old Trafford. I hope so, repeat again, and we can win this important game because it's very important for us.
Until I'd played, and looking back at that time, that I knew that I wasn't ready for the first team at that stage, and I wouldn't have it any different.
Well, as I mentioned during my intro this week, Everton are the 2016 Dallas Cup champions, and that's no mean feat when you consider the quality of the opposition. This year's tournament included teams from Brazil, Mexico and the USA, but Everton prevailed and the success left Kevin Sheedy a very proud man.
Absolutely brilliant. The full credit to the players. You know, they've done the club proud, they've done the staff proud, and mostly they've done themselves proud. Absolutely gave everything we could have asked. Battle for every ball, scrap for every ball, and stuck to the game plan. And we got a good goal to start with, and then we had a penalty we should have had right on half time, which we didn't get. But the first half performance I thought was excellent. They did exactly what we wanted them to do: get the ball wide, get crosses in the box, and from one of the crosses, Nathan Broder was the back post, great header off the bar, and then Delial, as usual, was in the right place, right time to smash it home. So we went in 1-0, just a little bit disappointed that we didn't get the decision, but came out the second half. We knew they'd get a response from Fulham, and to be fair to them, they had a right good go. But you know, we kept going away, and then Delial gets another great goal to clinch the game, we thought, for us. But they put on a few big players, played a lot longer, a lot direct, and you know sometimes you get breaks and they get... So everyone's delighted, aren't they, Kevin? Absolutely. That's the spirit the lads have got. I love working with them. They give you everything they got, and it would have been an injustice if we hadn't won. I've seen all the teams in the tournament. We have been the best team. We've come with quite a small squad, quite a young, inexperienced squad. So the development the players will get from this will stand them in great stead. And I've had a lot of good nights in football myself, playing wise and coaching wise, and this is up there along with it. You know, the whole trip, the whole competition, and just seeing the players give everything they've got for the blue shirt. Really proud of the players.
How good was that?
Ah, fantastic. He looks fantastically well as well. I know he's been training hard in the gym. He tells me that every time I ring him, to be honest. So he says he's going to pass his membership on to me. But no, delighted for Kevin. As he said, he's quick to praise the lads, not himself, not the coaching staffs. The lads have gone out there and they've battled, they've worked hard, they've listened to everything he's got to say, and they've been triumphant. So it's great that the young lads have come back with the first trophy of this season.
Isn't it terrific to see an Everton team, the royal blue jersey, celebrating like that, drenching the coach?
It is great. It really is, and it shows that there's good team spirit amongst the staff and the players. And yeah, I was delighted when I seen that. But he responded in the right way. He just said, "Right, let's get on with it again." So
He'll have loved that. wouldn't he?
Without a doubt, he'd have loved it, and he'll have loved that tournament victory.
Absolutely well done to the lads. Well, the academy players and staff were away from Finch Farm for 10 days in total, and as you're about to see, it was a thoroughly enjoyable, thoroughly successful tour of Texas.
The Dallas Cup group stage began with 3 games in 4 days, the first of which was against Mexican outfit Tigres. In a scrappy encounter, this goal by Luis Cruz was the difference between the two teams, meaning the Blues had it all to do just 24 hours later when they faced Japanese side Kyoto Sanga in a must-win clash. And Kevin Sheedy's men stepped up to the plate with a 2-1 win. Nathan Broadhead scored the first from the spot after Delial Brewster had been fouled, before Kosuke Tanaka levelled with his own penalty with 25 minutes left. That scoreline would have sent Everton home, but Brewster powered through the opposition defence to slot home the winner with a quarter of an hour left. That result left the group tantalisingly poised ahead of the final fixtures, and an Everton win over Real Salt Lake could still have meant they went home, depending on the outcome of the game between their previous opponents. But the Toffees emphatically kept their end of the bargain, triumphing 3-1 with goals from Callum Lees, a superb Broadhead finish and another goal for the on-fire Brewster, before the Americans' late consolation from Jesus Avalar. After the numbers had been crunched, Everton were confirmed as group winners, facing locals FC Dallas in their semi-final. Jack Kearsey opened the scoring, with Brewster this time the provider, before Brewster himself got his now customary goal. Dallas made it interesting when Hector Montalvo headed in, but Broadhead confirmed a final place after shimmying past a couple of defenders and finishing well. Everton's final opponents were more familiar than their previous foes, with Fulham standing in their way. But Brewster was again to the fore as he bagged a brace. The first a poacher's goal after Broadhead had hit the bar. His second was another unerring finish with Welshman Broadhead again involved. Elijah Adebayo scored with 5 minutes left to ensure a nervy finish, but Everton held on to spark great scenes in the Lone Star State.
I tell you what, Snods, not just a great trip and a great tournament win, great goals as well.
There were. Delial Brewster in particular seemed to take his goals well. Local lad, Birkdale lad, see him quite often around. Lovely kid. He's had problems with a few injuries, but it's great to see him on the score sheet. But not only that, the squad itself, they seemed all together. And when you've got a dressing room like that and a group of boys that are willing to run for each other and try for each other, you've got half a chance. And it's great to see any team with that blue shirt on picking up a trophy.
Group of young lads, the other side of the world, tournament situation, they've got to be mentally tough as well, haven't they?
Yeah, they have, and I think from a young age now, they go abroad a lot of times, from probably under 10s, 11s, Everton take them away, and they get accustomed to being away from home and being in European involvement in games. So I think they're well represented, they're well looked after while they're over there, and they behave themselves as well, so good of them.
Kevin Sheedy wouldn't have it any other way, would he?
He certainly wouldn't.
Unless they've already won the tournament, that is. Right, before we wrap up our coverage of the Dallas Cup, we've got one more interview to bring you. The name Delial Brewster is not one you'd easily forget, and the young man himself is obviously hoping that it does become a household name. He's certainly on the right lines, isn't he? It was Delial who netted the winning goal, as we've just seen, in the Dallas Cup final against Fulham. We caught up with him and the under-18 skipper Benny Beningame when they returned to Finch Farm.
Yeah, I'm really proud. I thought we were brilliant. Yeah, everyone they were great, and I thought this man was really good, scoring all the goals, and I thought he's the best player. And it was really good. It was a great experience as well. So yeah, it's good.
And how have you felt actually bringing the trophy home? We've seen you carrying it around the airport, carrying it off the bus then.
Yeah, it's been good. A bit tiring, but it is good because everyone's seeing you and asking about the trophies and that. So it's really good, and it's really proud. It's something I'm proud of. So it's really good. Yeah.
And Delial, for yourself, what a tournament, 5 goals.
Yeah, I've said that many a time. I can't thank my teammates for all the support they've gave me, all the assists they've gave me. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't score my goals, like I've said again and again. But yeah, 5 goals was good for me, and I'm pleased with that.
And in terms of your career to date, it's only a short career so far. Where does this rank, this achievement of winning the trophy over in America?
Top. The best achievement I've done so far. Nothing's going to top that for a long time, I don't think, and it's going to be with me for the rest of my life.
And what could you say as an all-round team effort? How would you sum it up, the experience itself?
It's been a learning curve, considering the squad we took. It was very young, and we played against a lot of men, and we did very well, and it shows that we were the best there.
You've just said that Delial Brewster's a neighbour of yours, Snods. Do you share the same barber?
I know, I think I'll be telling him to take a trip to the barbers. But if he keeps scoring goals, he can do whatever he wants, especially in that blue shirt. But
they were real goal scorers finishers, weren't they?
They were. He took them really well. That's the first time I've seen him, and he looks really composed. I text Kev on the night of the final. I said, good luck, mate. And he sent me a couple of kisses late in the night, and I presume they must have won it or he were drunk. But no, it was fantastic for the boys, for Kev, and for us as a club to go out there and win it. Brilliant.
Phil Jevons was there as well. We must give Jevo a mention. Certainly.
And the lads that have took the part in having the under-18s for like John Doolan, Sean, Franny Jeffers has been helping in there, so Big Tatey. So a little bit of credit goes to all them as well. So delighted for them as a group, delighted for us as a club, and you can see the two lads are really, really pleased with it.
So they should be. There's a terrific spirit amongst the guys down at the academy at Finch Farm. And that brings us to the end of part one of this week's show. We'll take a quick break right now. When we come back, we'll hear from Matt Kendall, who was Everton's head of ticketing. Welcome back to the Everton Show. Our next interviewee is, it's probably fair to say, just about the most unenvied man at the football club right now. Matt Kendall is our head of ticketing, so he's got a few home games left to sell out, as well as the recent launch of next year's season ticket sales. Oh, and he's got a Wembley FA Cup semi-final as well. Matt somehow found a few minutes, though, to speak to the Everton Show, starting with the subject of season tickets.
My role as head of ticketing at Everton is primarily based on two things. It's very much a customer service operation, and also it's getting the tickets to the people, getting them in the stadium with as little hassle as we possibly can, and that includes away games as well.
We've seen a reduction in prices for the season tickets and a change in categorisation, and it's just a reward for the fans here, isn't it?
It absolutely is, yeah, and we at Everton are extremely proud in what we've recently announced, and we know that the supporters are really happy with that and really pleased to see what the club has done. I think it's fair to say that these decisions don't come lightly from the football club. However, the reaction that we've had from the supporters ensures that we've made the right decision in doing what we've done.
Our away support is magnificent as well. How do you go about getting the allocation and then sorting away tickets out?
Dealing with the away tickets allocations is, I'm pleased to say, extremely simple and straightforward in the main, certainly where Premier League football clubs are concerned. Our away support over the past 3 or 4 seasons has been absolutely magnificent, and so there's no real decision for me to make in determining the allocations that we receive from those clubs. It's a full allocation for every single game on our travels, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's a great representation of the football club.
As the football club, we are so proud of our away supporters, aren't we?
They're tremendous on the road. They really, really are. They do so much for the team, and the team, I'm sure, feel the benefit of a bank of blue there every single game. It's valuable. It is worth points to the team.
Snods, you and I both know Matt Kendall very well. He's a lovely guy. I don't envy him.
No, he's got a tough job. As players does, I think we're a little bit selfish when you're players. You don't realise what goes on behind the scenes, whether it's sponsorship, tickets, marketing. So all you're concerned about is training and looking forward to the next game. And until I become an ambassador and behind the scenes, that you realise that a lot of people at this football club put a lot of hours in and work very, very hard for them.
He's certainly put the hours in at the moment. There's just no way that everybody who wants a semi-final ticket will get one. He's got an impossible task.
He has got an impossible task, and I know I'm wanting about 84, but I think I'm restricted to 1 as well, and rightly so. But yeah, it's a difficult job for him. But if you're going to be successful in football as a club, you've got to expect this.
And we're all looking forward to seeing the coach loads of Blues going down to Wembley, arriving at the stadium, the flags, the banners. I can't wait.
No, I can't wait. We have got some important games before the semi-final, but it's fantastic to go down to Wembley, see all the Blues there, and hopefully it can be successful as well.
And the away support, as Matt said, has been second to none. Again,
it's been great. A lot of clubs will have trouble finding enough fans to go to away games. We don't. We can't get enough tickets for our supporters to go away. So it must be great for that respect.
Absolutely brilliant. Well, Mo Besic has become a firm favourite with the Evertonians, hasn't he? A string of impressive performances when given a chance, coupled with just the sort of attitude that Evertonians adore, has made him a big hit with the punters. And recently, Mo was given a little bit of a grilling by members of the Everton Junior Fans Forum.
We're the Junior Fans Forum and these are our questions for Mo Besic.
Hi Mo, I'm Reese. My question for you is, what is your favourite music to listen to?
Hi Reese, to be fair, I don't have especially a kind of music. I like just everything, for example, Bosnian music or rap, R&B, so all what is good.
Hi, my name is James, and my question for Mo is, how did you get into football?
Hi James, it was in my nature, and I think I was 5 years old when I started to play in Germany, the first time for a club.
Hi Mo, my name's Thomas and my question for you is, are you happy with your career so far?
Hi Thomas, yeah, I'm really happy with my career till now because I played in the World Cup, played some big games, and now I'm at one of the biggest clubs in England with a traditional club, and I'm really happy here.
Hi Mo, my name's Sam and my question for you is, who was your favourite footballer growing up?
Hi Sam, I never had a hero in my life before, so I think I like the style for example, from Iniesta or Xavi. That's the best footballer, what I think.
Hi Mo, my name's Kieran and my question for you is, why did you pick the number 17 when you joined Everton?
Hi Kieran, because my shirt in the national team is number 7, so I wanted to take the 7, but McGeady had it before, so I just took the 17.
Hi Mo, my name's Katie and my question for you is, what do you do to prepare for a match?
Hi Katie, I spend a lot of time with my family, with my newborn children, so yeah, that's it to be fair, and rest a lot for the games.
Hi Mo, my name's Izzy and my question for you is, what made you come to Everton?
Hi Izzy, the reason why I came here was because of Roberto Martinez. I think he is a fantastic coach, and he told me about Everton, that is a big and traditional club, yeah, and that's why I chose Everton.
Hi Mo, my name's Georgia and my question for you is, do you find it hard living away from home?
Hi Georgia, yeah, I was 16 when I left my home and went to Hamburg, and it was in the beginning very difficult, but now I'm used to it, and yeah, so now it's easy.
Hi Mo, I'm Charlotte and my question for you is, what do you do in your spare time and around Liverpool?
Hi Charlotte, yeah, when I spend a lot of time, like I said before, with my family, and when not with my family, then I go to a restaurant, eat something, and yeah, drink a coffee or something like that.
The Junior Fans Forum Snods play a pivotal role at the football club because we want to attract kids. They are the fans of the future, so we need to pick their brains.
Yeah, it is. When I do Fan Zone, me and Diamond do Fan Zone, it's great to see all the youngsters at the front of the stage because they are our future fans, and it's important that they do come along. We interact with them as a club, and it's great there to see the lads and the girls asking Mo questions, and we do a fantastic job on stuff like that. And yeah, we did the mini-me's the other day. One was Jimmy Martin, unfortunately, mini kitman, mini reporter. So it was a great day out for them, and I seen them on my travels during the game, and it was fantastic. They all enjoyed it, and we enjoyed it as a club as well.
Cracking lad, Mo, isn't he?
Yeah, great lad. Always got time for him. He's dead polite. He's an honest footballer. That's what I like. I like honest footballers, and he's certainly one of them.
One of the questions there was about his homeland of Bosnia, and he said he was 16 when he left home to sign for Hamburg. That's a big move for a 16-year-old, to move to a different country.
It is. I know I only moved from Yorkshire to Lancashire when I was 22-year-old, 23, and it upset me, but 16-year-old to move to another country. But he's seen his dream. He wanted to be a footballer, and unfortunately you have to move on at such age now in modern football. So delighted that he's at Everton Football Club, and I'm sure he's going to be a fan's favourite for many years.
Still got that desire, hasn't he?
Oh, the hunger and desire he's got, passion. I love that.
Snods is a huge Mo Besic fan, I can tell you. Well, Everton ladies have made a nice solid start to their league campaign. The girls have got promotion back to the top flight very much on their minds, and they've recorded a win against Aston Villa, then a hard-earned draw at Millwall in their first 2 games. New signing Georgia Brougham is pleased with such a good opening to their WSL2 campaign, particularly after a stunning winning goal against Aston Villa.
Couldn't have asked for a better debut really, but mostly important that we got the win from the goal.
Just talk us through that goal.
Well, I was screaming for it The ball was down the left-hand side and I was screaming for it, and like, I didn't think it was coming, so I turned my back and then it come across and no one was closing me down, so I just thought, may as well have a go, and luckily it went in.
Is that part of your game then? Should we expect more?
Not usually, but I think if I get another chance then, and I could take it.
We could see from the reaction of your teammates that you've settled into this group, and they were clearly very pleased for you.
Yeah, well, obviously before I come, I knew some of the girls already, so I thought it was easy to settle in. And then obviously over pre-season, we've become closer as a group, and yeah.
In terms of that Aston Villa game, scoring the winner and getting 3 points was a perfect way of getting over the FA Cup disappointment.
Yeah, we knew we had to bounce back from that defeat, and we knew we wanted to start the league and get the 3 points on the board. So, yeah, it was a good way.
And of course, you've managed to follow that up with a decent point at Millwall as well.
Yeah, I think we obviously wanted to get the 3 points at Millwall, but obviously going 2-0 down, we shown great character to come back, so we knew that a point was good enough, obviously, if I'm coming back.
Is that a satisfactory start then, 4 points from 2 games?
Yeah, we obviously would have wanted 6 points, but I think we still made a good start and we're still up there.
Snods a win at home, a draw away at Millwall. It's a decent start, isn't it?
It is a decent start, especially after being 2-0 down at Millwall. The winning goal, she looked sharp, she looked brave as well to get in there. So yeah, we need Everton Football Club in every top league. So I know the girls were disappointed when we did move down, but the main aim is to bounce back, as they say, and get into the top league now. So hopefully they've every chance this season.
At any level of the game, how tough is it to get promotion after you've been relegated?
You're confident, you go in, all right, it's a fresh season, Daz, and you go there with aspirations starting the new season, but in the back of your mind, you know that you've gone down and it's going to be tough. So it's the manager's job, the coaching staff's job to rally the girls early doors and get some win under the belts. And if they do that, get off to a bright start, then the confidence will be there, and hopefully they'll go on a good little run.
And it's all about consistency then, and as you get to the business end, holding your nerve a little bit, I suppose.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is holding your nerves. I know the team I played in, they had plenty of bottles, so there were never going to be a problem there. But I'm sure if the girls are in that position come the end of the season, they'll be all right.
Andy Spencer look after them. We wish them well. Well, that's part 2 done and dusted this week. Coming up after the break is our big interview, and it's one with a bit of a twist this week. For a start, it was filmed in an executive box at Oakwell, the home of Barnsley Football Club. It's the story of how John Stones became a top-flight footballer. Well, this week's big interview is one I'm sure you'll enjoy. A couple of weeks ago, John Stones went home. The Blues defender went to Oakwell, the home of Barnsley Football Club, where it all began for him to meet the current crop of academy players up there. He spoke to the boys at length about his time in football, and when he finished, he sat down with the Everton Show to tell us about how he made it as a footballer and about the people who helped him along the way.
So brings back a lot of memories. I don't think anyone can take away the homely feel of your hometown, and yeah, it's nice to come back and see the place and see friends again.
When did you first join Barnsley Football Club?
I think I was 6 or 7 years old, from that young, and then all the way through until I joined the mighty Blues.
Were you like a lot of boys? You wanted to kick a football as soon as you could walk?
Yeah, definitely. And it's just said in there that I was always out, and I remember neighbours always complaining to my mum and dad that you're kicking a ball against their wall. And I'm sure any kid that was my age was out on the street or with any kind of ball, really, just playing football. And
there's no better way to learn, is there?
There isn't. I don't think you can find talent like that from anywhere else, really, that can't put someone on a pitch and say play football. Starts from the nitty-gritty stuff of in the school, out on your street, in your back garden, things like that. And I just love playing football, and that's what I did.
So you came here when you were 6 or 7
Yeah.
to Barnsley Football Club. There's a long journey from there to even the reserves, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. At that young age, you're just enjoying football and playing, and you're not taking it too seriously. And until you get into, you start to get into your secondary school and get to that sort of age, and then you start playing competitively and start getting in derby matches, and that's when it kicks in really. And as you said, it's a long process to get to the reserves, and one that was so enjoyable for me, and I think that's what got me through it.
Having made that long journey, having been from Barnsley yourself, it must have been terrific to walk out here for the first time.
Yeah, I'm sure that any kid from any club dreams and visualises how it would be when they walk out and play for the club that they love, and I definitely did that, and it wasn't how I imagined, and I think that's a good surprise out of it. You don't know what to expect until you've done it, and then you can enjoy it, and it was some feeling for me.
You need to be mentally strong as well, don't you, when you come into that league at that age, because for every few good games, you're going to have a stinker, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. And you've got to learn how to deal with that quickly, because the guys around you aren't here to mess about, and yeah, I had to learn very fast and quick, and in a team that wasn't doing too well either, and I think that's helped me out with my character and mentally as well, and all these things stand you in good stead.
You played football, as you say, in the streets, but League One at that level, that's a tough learning playground for you, isn't it?
It is. A lot of season pros, and the league just below the Premier League it's never an easy league. Championship football, I was very lucky to be playing at such a young age in that league, and only played you could arguably say a handful of games here, and before I moved on to Everton.
It must have helped you though by the time you did get to Everton, the fact that you'd played men's football, if you like, alongside and against players that needed to win for the money.
Yeah, definitely. And when I moved to Everton, I thought I was ready to play, and I soon found out that I wasn't, and well, not soon found out, I suppose, until I'd played, and looking back at that time, that I knew that I wasn't ready for the first team at that stage, and I wouldn't have it any different.
Was there any time at your Everton career in the early days when you thought, I've made a mistake here, I don't want to be here?
No, never. I knew the club was too good a club for me to ever leave, and I knew it was the right decision. The manager, and I know the manager went, and I regretted not playing under David Moyes, but it wasn't to be, and I enjoyed my time there, and then the new gaffer came in and gave me my chance, and I think around that time I was ready for it. Going back to before, when David Moyes was here, I probably wasn't ready. So that made it even more enjoyable, and probably doing it the hard way as well was even more give me more satisfaction.
John, not many players will leave Barnsley for a Premier League club and announce themselves to the supporters by scoring a penalty against Juventus.
I know. When you put it like that, it's a good way to put it. It was some stage for me to be on. I've told you before that when I did that penalty, I can't remember having any emotion, which was strange because all the rest I've had it. And watching the clip back with you and I think it's Sharpie maybe, like just it's a special game for me anyway, and definitely hearing your reactions brilliant as well.
John Stones versus Storari. Stones. Oh, what a goal! What a penalty!
That first full season as a Premier League player, did that go better than you ever could have imagined?
Definitely. I think we always want more as human beings, but looking back again, I wouldn't have had it any different, and I would have liked to have played more games, but I respected that there was Jags and Big Sil there that were unbelievable players, and have gone on to do, you know, amazing things in their career, and I couldn't compete with them at that time.
With typical sense of John Stones timing, you score your first goal against Manchester United.
Yeah, one to savour, and it's a lot of relief. I think I remember telling you that it was just relief from the pressure of the lads, and satisfaction from when we played them away, getting injured, and how we lost. I didn't think we deserved to lose. They were a poor Man United side, and we battered them off the park, and to batter them at home in front of our fans was, you know, I think it made itself up.
Just this season, John, is the key word frustration? Because the
Yeah.
performances have deserved far more points than we've got.
Definitely. I think, yeah, you can all see a bit of frustration and now and then, and we're doing our best, as everyone knows, and sometimes things like this happen, and we can all look back after the game and say this could have been different, and I think this is a time where we should look at ourselves and say what can I do different in terms of how I'm playing and what time I spend on the pitch, and as a team we need to grow from these experiences and learn fast, because it's not the Everton way, and we all know that, and we want to get back winning, playing good football as we did for us and for the fans, because it's only whatever Everton deserves.
Stonesy always speaks well, doesn't he? He's an old head on young shoulders.
He certainly is. He thinks about his answers before he actually does answer them, does. He's an intelligent footballer. He's an intelligent lad, and one that's is a credit again to his parents and to himself, the way he conducts himself around the football club. And yeah, he's bound to be a little bit frustrated at the minute. He's not actually playing as many games as he liked to be. He's made one or two mistakes, but it's all about learning. You're still making mistakes when, like, you're 31, 32, 33 throughout your career. You're always learning. And John is an immense talent. He really is. He will get better and better. So when he's 28 and in his peak, he will be some player, the boy. But yeah, he's a little bit, I'm not saying down, because he wouldn't show that around the dressing room. He's that kind of player. But he'll be a little down that he's not playing. Of course he will, but he doesn't show it around the lads because he's part of an Everton squad.
Would you have chipped a penalty against Juventus when you were 20?
I wouldn't have even took one.
Well, Ronnie Branson is the Barnsley Academy manager who oversaw the development of John Stones. Ronnie was a proud onlooker that night at Oakwell, and understandably, he was more than happy to recall the moment that he realised that John Stones was destined for the very top.
I get this question quite a lot. Round about 15, 16, John was always a good player, and the age group he was with were quite a good team, and we had one or two good players in. And then John sort of was always one of our good players, but probably not one of the best players till he got up to about 15, stroke 16, and then he really developed and kicked on.
How did he develop so quickly?
It's a good question. He just seemed to get a lot more composed, a lot more comfortable. He seemed to just sort of blossom in a short period of time. They're always very good, one of our top 3, top 4, but then when he became, if you like, the star man, he just seemed to grow in confidence and develop, and just it's hard to put into words. He just did.
And did you know he was going to make it then?
Well, we used to nickname him the Rolls Royce because he didn't do a lot wrong, and he's so reliable. You got the same every game from him, and then he's getting better and better and better. So we thought we'd got a good player on our hands. It's hard to say at that age, where he's going to end up, but we often thought he'd play in our first team, if not beyond that, which has proven to be the case.
That was Ronnie Branson there, Snods, Barnsley's academy manager, a guy you know.
I do know him. I've spoke to him quite a few times, Ronnie, and he learns the players the right way. He's passionate on football, but he knows when he sees a good player, and he sees John Stones as being top player as well.
You can see the Barnsley Football Club was terrific for John Stones, can't you?
Yeah, it's a good academy, Barnsley Football Club. It's a well-run club, and there's some good youngsters come through that. Mason Holgate as well.
Mason Holgate's another one to look out for, of course he is. Well, that's it for part 3 this week. Coming up in part 4, we start to look ahead to the Sunday afternoon Premier League clash with Manchester United at Old Trafford, so don't go away. Welcome back to the fourth and final segment of this week's programme. Well, before we start the countdown to Old Trafford on Sunday, let's hear now from Antony Evans, an Everton youngster who's been turning out both for the under-18s and the under-21s this term. He tells us how he wants to end this season with success for both sides.
It's had its ups and downs. Started off well with the 21s at the start of the season, then I've played a few 18s games, a few 21s games, and it's getting that right balance of where I want to be. Obviously I want to be with 21s, but happy to play for the 18s. I hit a bit of form when I started playing for the 18s, a few goals, good goals, and got me last appearance with the 21s with a goal, so hopefully get a game on Monday against Norwich and take from there.
Do you see that as being a key part of your game, scoring goals?
Yeah, Unzi's mentioned it to me as well. Like the session today we done, he was saying just think goals, run forward, just think goals, so that's my game at the minute, yeah.
And in terms of the season and what's left for the under-18s and the under-21s, still plenty to play for both sides, plenty of games still to come.
Yeah.
What are you hoping to be involved in plenty of those, I suppose?
Yeah, the 18s have obviously just come back from winning the Dallas Cup, so they're on a massive high and they just want to carry on their season and hopefully win the league because they've done well to get through to the elite rounds. And the 21s have got a final and a semi-final, I think you got at the minute. So both age groups will be happy to play for any because they've got something to play for, as you say.
Is there confidence in both sides that successful seasons
are
are
the
ahead?
21s have had the quality seasons, especially from last season because we didn't do too well. So this season we're in good form. Some of the lads are out on loan doing what they're doing, so we've got a good togetherness at the 21s now. And like I mentioned, then the 18s coming off a massive high with the Dallas Cup, so their confidence is sky high at the minute. Just come back now, just had a quick word with them, and they're all buzzing. So,
as you mentioned, the next thing now is to try and win that Premier League Academy title. One win, one defeat so far, but confidence that the lads can go on and lift that title.
Yeah, definitely. They played Fulham in the final in the Dallas Cup, and the lads done well. They beat them, and we've got them in that elite round, as you say. So hopefully we can go on and win every game if possible, but obviously that might not be possible. So see how it goes. 4
of the 5 remaining games are here at Finch Farm now. How big a factor could that be?
Yeah, we've done all our travelling now, all the way to all the South clubs. So if we get all our points at home, because it's not a nice place to come to play us, because we are a good side. So we've got the advantage there of playing at home, and if we win the league at home, that'll be quality.
Antony Evans reminds me of someone, Snods. I can't think who it is.
Yeah, there was a picture of Antony in the programme earlier this year, and I looked at it and I thought it was a mirror. I swear I looked on him. Is that me? Not when I first arrived in '87, when I had the mullet, but once I'd had the mullet cut in '89. He does resemble a little bit like me, yeah.
Good player, the boy.
Good player, good awareness, got a nasty little streak in him as well, I like that. And
he's got a lot in common with you, hasn't he?
He's a good finisher. I wasn't. He is.
There's the difference. Well, the last time Everton won at Old Trafford was back in December 2013, when a goal just 4 minutes from time was enough to beat a Manchester United side that included Vidic, Evra, Giggs, Fellaini, Welbeck and Rooney, and was of course managed by David Moyes. The goal-scoring hero that night was Bryan Oviedo, and it remains one of Bryan's highlights of his career.
Yeah, it's all good memory for me when playing in Old Trafford. I hope so repeat again, and we can win this important game, because it's very important for us, that game.
Is it strange for you that people still talk about that goal so much?
Well, so many people tell me about that goal. They say so many things about this, because it was a very good game and very important for us. And also, so many people tell me they stay there and enjoy too much the game, and that goal was important. And for me, it's a very good memories for that moment.
Did you know at the time the history between Everton and Manchester United? Did you know that we'd not won there for so long?
Well, I know it's too much traditions, games, you know, but I don't think too much about this. For me, it was a game, but in that opportunity was a very important game and very good win in Old Trafford. We have, I think, 20 years don't win away, and that is very important for me and also for the team, because it was a very important game for us.
And of course, we go there wanting to bounce back from a disappointing result to Arsenal.
Well, yeah, I think sometimes we want to play every game at the high level is possible. Maybe against Arsenal, it was not a very good game for us. Arsenal team play well, and we don't know how can reaction about the second goal. I think the second half coming better, but was not enough for the win the game. I think we need to focus right now at the moment and forget the past. I think these international games help for us for don't thinking about that and looking. The most important for us is the Premier League at the moment, and also the semi-final in Wembley.
Manchester United versus Everton at Old Trafford, Snods, on Sunday afternoon. It's a tough one to call, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a tough one. They have picked up a little bit of form. They struggled early on, and I just think they're a little bit imbalanced at the minute. They're not playing with the fluidity that Man United teams usually play with. So I think we've got a great opportunity of going to Old Trafford and turning them over.
Where do you stand on the Wayne Rooney debate? People saying he's struggling now for his England place. He's got to go to France, surely.
Must. And I know we're doing quite well. Vardy is scoring goals, Harry Kane, but you need Wayne Rooney at the Euros with England. I don't want to see him playing against Everton, but I want to see him playing for England.
We'll need his experience, won't we, surely? Well, Roberto Martinez has already beaten Manchester United 3 times as Everton manager, and on Sunday, in what could well be an FA Cup semi-final dress rehearsal, don't forget, he's hoping to make it 4, as Everton embark on what promises to be a really exciting final chapter of the campaign.
Well, we know it's a really exciting period. The amount of games that we have. Finally, we got the fixture against Crystal Palace rearranged. We know when we're playing against Sunderland as well, which there are 2 games that they had to be set, and we got a lot of good games to look forward to. And probably the first one is Manchester United away, and we all know that we're still involved in two competitions. The semi-final at Wembley will be a big moment for our season, and clearly this period now we got no distractions. Everyone is back, fully fit, which is always a worry when the players go away on international. So it's important that now we can concentrate and get everyone fully focused on the games ahead, which is what we've been working really hard for the best part of 8 months to try to prepare ourselves for the final 2 months of the competition and see if we can take that as a real good, consistent level of performance in the last 9 games in the league and clearly in the last 2 steps in the FA Cup.
What type of game are you expecting against Manchester United?
Well, we all know that Manchester United control the ball really well. I think their positional play is as good as anyone. The other side are very well organised. I think they're in a really good moment of form. You don't get better doses of confidence than beating your rivals in the derby, as they did, to keep a clean sheet against Manchester City at the Etihad. I think it shows you the type of performance that they had, well balanced. And then you got a couple of youngsters that they're in good moments of form, Rashford and Lingard. They've given Manchester United a really strong role, and we'll have to be at our best in terms of being able to defend against this sort of controlling possession that Manchester United have. They got a lot of energy, and we'll have to be at our best in imposing ourselves, our time on the ball, and making sure that we use that really well in front of goal.
Snods, we've spoken about Manchester United. Who will our key players be at Old Trafford on Sunday?
I think for the first 20 minutes, I think will all be key, because we need to quieten the crowd down. We need to get them moaning at their players a little bit, and if we do that, then we have got half a chance. But you go to Old Trafford, you concede early doors, the crowd get behind them. It can be a difficult place to go. So Rom's a pivotal player for us, because if we get a chance, and I'm sure we'll get a couple of chances at Old Trafford, Rom will put one away, hopefully. Jagielka will be important. Plus, I think the 2 fullbacks, whoever Seamus will be on the right-hand side, probably Leighton on the left. But I think they'll be 2 very important players, the wide players on Sunday.
As well, Aaron Lennon, who's played on the big stage before.
Aaron gives you the same performance week in and week out. He works exceptionally hard. He covers Seamus. He tries to get forward. Tries to score goals. So Aaron Lennon for me has been outstanding.
Been a revelation, hasn't
he has, and he's enjoying it, and he's smiling about his football. He's enjoying himself, and if you can't enjoy yourself at Old Trafford after a win, you can never enjoy football.
We're looking forward to it. And that nicely wraps up this week's programme. It's been one of our most varied hours so far, and we hope you've enjoyed it. We like the chance to look beyond the first team from time to time. It's next up Old Trafford for the Blues, and hopefully we'll be bringing 3 points back down that M62. Full commentary, by the way, will as always be on evertonfc.com. It's Snods with me this Sunday. Thank you for joining us this week. We've enjoyed your company, and we'll be back next week with another Everton show.